Everyone. I hope you all are doing well. I welcome all the students of class 2nd to the video learning classes of St.JOSEPH'S Academy, Mariam Nagar, Ghaziabad. Today we will be learning English Mulberry of class 2nd, chapter number 11, Saving the Limi, part 2. Children, in the previous video, we have read the story and discussed the word meanings. I hope you all have completed the word meaning in your English Mulberry copy. Yes, and today we will be doing the exercise given on page number 120 and 121. So children, open your book on page number 120. Now children, we will start with making connections. Quick answers. Question number 1 is put a tick against the sentences that are true and put a cross against those that are false. So children, here we have some sentences. Let us read them out. Part A. Daju and grandmother took care of plants and trees. B. It is easy to find a Limi plant. C. Grandmother carried an umbrella to the forest. D. Kanchi saw a squirrel in the forest. And E part, Kanchi enjoyed her trip to the forest. So children, here we have 5 sentences from A to E, and now we have to read the sentence once again and then we will put the tick or cross according to the sentence. Daju and grandmother took care of plants and trees. Yes, Daju and grandmother, they were caring. They took care of plants and trees. B. It is easy to find a Limi plant. Cross. We will put a cross because in this story we have seen that it was very difficult for Kanchi, grandmother and Daju to find the Limi plant. C. Grandmother carried an umbrella to the forest. Yes, this is a correct statement. D. Kanchi saw a squirrel in the forest. Yes, children, this is correct. As we have seen in the story that a squirrel appears and then it disappears somewhere. E part, Kanchi enjoyed her trip to the forest. Yes, in this story we have seen that Kanchi goes back to her house with a head full of forest memories. So she enjoys her trip. Now children, we will move to question number 2. Choose the correct answer. Part A. Kanchi, Daju and grandmother went to the forest. Option A. For the picnic by the waterfall. Option 2. To look for the Limi plant. Option 3. To look for oak trees. So children, why do you think Daju, Kanchi and grandmother went to the forest? Yes, to look for the Limi plant. Now we will move to part B. When Kanchi found the Limi, she called grandmother and Daju, picked up a bunch to take back for her mother, did not realize what it was. Yes, children, she called grandmother and Daju. Part C. When Daju saw the Limi, he. So, children, when Daju saw the Limi plant, what did he do? Called grandmother and Kanchi, drew its picture in his notebook, and noticed where it grew. Immediately collected some seeds for planting. Yes, he drew its picture in his notebook and noticed where it grew. Now, children, quickly match your answers. Kanchi, Daju, and grandmother went to the forest to look for the Limi plant. Part B. When Kanchi found the Limi, she called grandmother and Daju. Part C. When Daju saw the Limi, he drew its picture in his notebook and noticed where it grew. Now, children, we will move to the next part. Reference to context. So, here is a line taken from the story. Let us first read the line. We must not disturb it, for every plant is precious. So this line means that we must not disturb it. We must not disturb the Limi plant, for every plant is precious, because every plant is precious. It is useful. So now let us look at the questions given here. A part. Who said the above line? So children, try to recall who said this line in the story. I am repeating the line. The line is, we must not disturb it, for every plant is precious. Yes, children. So the answer would be, Daju said the above line. So this line was said by Daju because he is the one who takes care of plants and trees. Next question. B. What would happen if they disturbed the plant? So children, what would happen if Kanchi, grandmother and Daju, if these people disturbed the plant, what would have happened? Yes, your answer must be, if they would have disturbed the plant, it could die. I repeat the answer. If they would have disturbed the plant, it could die. Now children, we will move to part C. So the question is, what does the word precious mean? So children, what is the meaning of precious? Yes, your answer must be, the word precious means that something is very useful. Now children, we will move to the next part. Read, reflect and write. Children, this is given on page number 121. Let us discuss the question answers given here. Question number 4. Which character is the star of this story? who are the other characters in this story? So children, who do you think is the star or the main character of this story? Yes, your answer must be Kanchi. And who are the other characters? Who are the other characters that we have read about? Yes, grandmother and Daju. So, your answer must be Kanchi is the star of the story. The other characters are grandmother and Daju. Now, we will come to the next question. Question number 5. Why did Kanchi find the forest beautiful and interesting? So children, why do you think Kanchi finds the forest beautiful and interesting? Yes, your answer must be Kanchi found the forest beautiful and interesting because the forest world was dense and full of life. So there were different types of plants, flowers, some birds, and different animals as we have seen in the story. So we will write down the answer. Kanchi found the forest world beautiful and interesting because the forest world was dense and full of life. Children, I repeat the answer. Kanchi found the forest beautiful and interesting because the forest world was dense and full of life. Now we will move to the next part. Next, we will do question number 6. Why was the Limi so special? So children, in the story Saving the Limi, we have learned about this Limi plant and its use. Let us quickly look at the use of the Limi plant. So it is good for colds and coughs and aching bones. So we can say that this plant, Limi plant, has great medicinal value. So what should be the answer? Yes, our answer must be the Limi plant is special because of its medicinal properties. I repeat, the Limi plant is special because of its medicinal properties. Now we will move to the next question. Question number 7. Why is it important to save plants and trees? Children, why is it important to save plants and trees? What do we get from the plants and trees? Yes, we get food, medicine, and oxygen. And the second question given to us is, what can we do to save trees from dying out? So children, what can we do to save the trees? Yes, we should stop cutting the trees. And what else can we do? Let us see here. So our answer must be, it is important to save plants and trees because they give us oxygen that we breathe, besides food and medicines. So children, the plants and trees, they give us food and medicine, and other than that, we get oxygen that helps us to breathe. So I repeat the answer. It is important to save plants and trees because they give us oxygen that we breathe, besides food and medicines. Now part 2. We can save trees by discouraging people from cutting them down and planting new saplings. So children, how can we save the trees? We can save the trees by telling people not to cut the trees and planting more and more plants or seeds. So here we have completed question number 7. Now children, we will move to the next part. Now this is the homework time and you have to complete the question answers in your English Mulberry copy, and you have to learn the word meaning and the question answers. I hope you enjoyed this session. See you in another video. Till then, keep studying and be safe. Thank you everyone.